Good morning, cooking fans. Sorry, just organising Clive. Are you alright now? Now this is quite an intense recipe this morning. We've done the fish pie, the last one. So we're going to go back and do a bit of baking. I say a bit of baking, it's quite a lot of baking. There's a lot going on with this. Never done it before, always wanted to do it. So we've had to organise Clive with several cups of tea that are brewing away. He's insisted on having tea breaks this morning, so there we go. Well, what we're going to do this morning is a carrot, pistachio nut and maple syrup bundt cake. Now, a bundt cake is a cake, whoops a daisy, destroying things. A bundt cake is a cake that's baked in one of these, a bundt, spelt oh my God, B-U-N-D-T, bundt. I think it's pronounced that way. Always wanted to do one. It's a cake with a hole in the middle. They look really nice. And this one's got loads going on. It's based on really a carrot cake, which I've done before. And it's got pistachio nuts in it and maple syrup and things and mixed spice and loads going on. So let's go through the ingredients. Right. This is what you're going to need for the process. You're going to need several bowls, so I've got a large glass bowl there, plus another large bowl, and another large bowl, and a baking dish. So those are the things you'll need, the instruments, and of course you need your bundt cake tin. So, let's see if we can get this right from memory. Come on, Jill, you can do this. Right, first of all, 4 large eggs, just beaten slightly, not too much, just slightly beaten. Baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 2 teaspoons of mixed spice, buy those in your supermarket, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Take a whole orange, wash it first, and then just get the zest off with a zester. So the zest of a whole orange. Now this, you'll need, it takes time. I've tried to buy them without the shells on. Pistachio nuts, you need 180 grams of shelled pistachio nuts. I couldn't find any in the packet shells, so you've got to shell them yourself. They take forever. But there you go, shelled pistachio nuts, 180 grams. Carrots, 3 carrots about, it's 300 grams total. Peel them and coarsely grate the carrots, that sort of consistency. Well, go a bit closer, that sort of consistency. So, coarsely ground. Right, sunflower oil, 300 mils. 300 grams of plain flour, not self-raising, plain flour. 280 grams of light muscovado sugar. That's the light, not the dark. Light muscovado sugar, and that's your main ingredients for the cake mix. Then the cake is going to have like a topping on top, which sounds beautiful. You're going to need some maple syrup. 3.5 tablespoonfuls of maple syrup. That's 3.5 tablespoonfuls. 100 ml of double cream. And 100 grams of full fat soft cheese. So that's it, that's the ingredients. Most of the process is going to take place here at the cooking station. So Clive, if you want to have a cup of tea break, off you go now. Okay, have you finished your tea? Good lad. Right, back to the camera please. Okay, first thing you need to do is set your oven. So we're going to need to set the oven for 160 fan. That's 180 normal or gas mark 4. So here we go. 160 fan. As you know, my oven is a fan. So the first thing you need to do is get your bundt tin and grease it with butter. Now grease it liberally. Really give it a good greasing. Get your butter on a piece of kitchen paper and give it a good greasing. Now, those pistachio nuts, remember, there was 180 grams. Separate 30 grams off and put to one side, and you're going to need to coarsely chop the pistachio nuts. I've got a blender, which makes life easier. If you've got a food processor blender, just whack them in and give them a whiz. And that's it. That's the first stage. Right, next part. Grab your large bowl. Oh, by the way, are you doing all right, Clive? You want a cup of tea? No? Okay. Right, okay, large bowl. And we're going to put in the flour. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of the baking powder, half a teaspoon the bicarbonate soda, 2 teaspoons of the mixed spice, 2 teaspoons of the ground cinnamon. Try and get it as accurate as you can, because as we said before, baking is a science. And then 1 teaspoon, which is a new jar, of the ginger. Now, one thing I did miss off is you're going to need half a teaspoon of salt and most of the rind of the orange. And just leave a bit of rind for decoration later. Get yourself a wooden spoon and combine that together. So we've got quite a few ingredients going on here, but once you've measured them out, not too stressful at the moment, I don't think. No, I'm going to say this is okay. So there we go, we just combine that all together. Okay, what I've done is put that dry mixture to one side in that big glass bowl. Now get your next big bowl, and we're going to combine the 300 ml of sunflower oil. In she goes. The muscovado sugar, light muscovado sugar. And the 4 large, slightly beaten eggs. And then we're going to whisk them together. Now, you can use a manual whisk, but I do have the luxury of a electric whisk, so here we go. And there we go. So we'll just take that to one side. It can just be dripping there a bit. So get your carrots and your grated carrots and pop those in. As I say, lots of ingredients, but not too, you know, it's quite easy to do so far. Bear in mind I haven't done it before. and just stir in the carrots. Okay, I'll just let Clive had another, he's had another cup of tea break, but that's okay. I haven't had one myself, mind you. So, remember the dry mix? You need to grab that, and you need to make a well, just with the wooden spoon, in the middle. And then we're going to pour in the wet mixture into the centre. So in she goes. There we go. Just stir that together with the spoon just to get it going a little bit. There we go. And then grab the whisk again and whisk it up. Okay, so we've whisked that up. Last thing we've got to put in is the pulsed pistachio nuts. So just whack those in. Give them a stir. There we go. And that's it. All whisked up. So, you need to grab your bundt tin, if it's pronounced like that. Don't really know. And we're going to pour the mixture into the tin. So in she goes. Oh, I'll tell you what, this bowl is blooming heavy. I could do with you, give me hand, Clive, just sitting there drinking your tea. Get no help off him. Waste of time sometimes, but there you go. We've got who we've got, and that's it. Gonna make do. There we go. That's it. I think a little taste. Oh, that's good. Oh. There we go. And there it is in the bundt tin. Now that tin, as you can see, it's a big bundt. I think it's 2.5 litres. Just get the biggest one you can, but it doesn't really matter. It's gonna come out fine. It's best to have a bigger one than a smaller one. So that's it. All we need to do now is put this in the oven for 45 minutes. So in we go. Yes, oven's up for temperature. Let's have a look. Yeah, just about. Now always make sure your oven is up to temperature. Baking, as I say, is a science. The closer we get it to the recipe, the better. So, cake mixture done, into the oven for 45 minutes. Right, so we're going to let Clive have a little break now, and I'm going to send him off down the canal, and let's see how the leaves are coming off the trees this autumn. Right, while Clive's off down the canal doing a bit of filming of the trees and the leaves coming off for autumn, we'll just carry on a little bit. Now remember the pistachio nuts, there was 180 grams total, and we separated 30 grams off them off and we blitzed the other 150 to put in the mix. Well, those 30 you need to put into a baking dish, and we need to pour over half a tablespoonful of the maple syrup and just mix that together. Okay, and we're going to put those in the oven with the cake just to caramelise. 2 to 3 minutes, that's all you need. So, 2 to 3 minutes, the remaining 30 grams of the pistachio nuts. Right, welcome back, Clive. Did you enjoy that little stroll down the canal? Okay. Right, okay, Clive's back from the canal, so we'll continue. Pistachio nuts that are caramelising in the oven. It's been 2 to 3 minutes, let's take them out. Lovely. Right, need to get a plate and just put them on the plate and put those to one side to cool down. Okay, while the nuts are cooling down and the cake mix is baking in the oven, we're going to make the topping, which is quite simple. Maple syrup. The other 3 tablespoonfuls of maple syrup. So 3 tablespoonfuls of maple syrup, 100 ml of the double cream, and we need a spoon, 100 grams of the full fat cheese, and grab your whisk, manual or electric. I've got electric. We're going to whisk that together. So what you're looking for is just so it's whisked, so it's stiff enough just to hold its consistency. Look, that's not going to come out. There you go. Very clever. So that's it. That's ready for the topping. Okay, the pistachio nuts have cooled down now, so just tip them out onto your chopping board. They're all caramelised and candied up. And just get a big knife and chop them up roughly. Put them back into the bowl. And that's it. We've got the topping mix ready, the pistachios to go on the top, and the orange zest that's left over. So just waiting for the cake to bake. Okay, it's been 45 minutes so the cake should be ready. But we've got to test it. You'll need a metal skewer to insert in it. Now if it comes out clean, it's okay. So let's see how we go. Oh, there we go. So, skewer, insert, pull out. Is it clean? It looks clean. I'm going to say that's clear. So there's no gooiness sticking to the skewer. So we're going to leave that now for about 15 minutes to cool down. Then we're going to put it onto a wire rack to cool completely. So 15 minutes to wait while that cools down. Okay, it's been cooling down for 15 minutes. There's the point of no return. Never done this before. So, wire rack on top, and we're going to turn it out. Oh! Gel strikes again, fantastic. Look at that. It's beautiful. So, we turned out onto the wire rack successfully. I'm so chuffed with that. So we need that to cool down completely now. So we'll leave that now until it's cool completely. Then come back and we'll put the topping on. Right. The cake's cooled down completely now. So I've took it off the wire rack and put it onto a cake stand. Just a cake stand. And we're going to attempt to put on the topping. So just grab the topping and spread it with the back of the spoon on the top. Okay, then just scatter the nuts over the top. And the orange rind which you got left over, and that should just finish it off very nicely. And there we have it, a carrot, pistachio and maple bundt cake. Gotta say, first attempt doesn't look too bad. Hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll have a little taste. Now what I've done, I've cut off, I don't want to spoil it at the moment, so I did, remember we turned the cake upside down, I just cut off a little bit at the bottom so it sits on the cake stand, sort of, you know, flush. So let's have a little taste of the cake. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, if you like carrot cake, you'll like this even better. That is just great. And pistachio nuts. Oh, the combination of the pistachio nuts with the maple syrup and the, oh, it's just, oh, blinding, as my good friend Freddie would say. And there you have it. Again, the carrot, pistachio and maple bundt cake. A major success.